Shares of Archer Aviation surged yesterday on news of a new deal. Let's get into the article before we get into the analysis. This article is coming from electric.co. Archer Aviation snags eVTOL purchase contract from U.S. Air Force worth up to $142 million. So they continue to build and expand upon existing relationships with its partners and customers. Today's news includes an expanded partnership with the U.S. Department of Defense, in which the Air Force is planning to acquire a number of midnight eVTOLs from Archer Aviation. Since its inception in 2018, Archer Aviation has established working relationships with United Airlines, Stellantis, and the U.S. Air Force. This past January, Archer shared that Stellantis was opening its checkbook to help Archer erect its new facility and get the midnight eVTOLs into the air by 2024. Now, before we continue with the article, let's look at a quick video from CNBC going back 6 months or so, where they talk about the partnership.
Thank you, John. Joined by Carlos Tavares, the CEO of Stellantis, Adam Goldstein, the CEO of Archer. This is a partnership that you guys are announcing right here on CNBC. Stellantis is going to be taking a bigger position, if you will, in the future of Archer. You're going to be building the midnight eVTOL back here, working with them to build that. You're also going to be extending potentially a loan to Archer in the future. Why now, Carlos? Why extend yourself into eVTOLs when you are in the midst of ramping into becoming an electric vehicle company?
Well, very simply. First, because Stellantis is about freedom of mobility. And the midnight aircraft is about freedom of mobility. So we are absolutely committed to deliver to our fellow citizens as many tools as possible related to protecting their freedom of mobility. So for us, this is a fantastic partnership. It's a big opportunity with a great company called Archer under Adam's leadership. And we see a perfect complementarity, a perfect synergy between what they are doing and what we can bring, namely, but not only, on the manufacturing system.
Focused on finding the most efficient path to market. And we've shown incredible progress across aircraft design. We've shown incredible progress working with the FAA towards our certification. But the question now moves into scaling and manufacturing. And so it's actually an equity commitment from Stellantis that we have the ability to use to help ramp up and scale manufacturing.
But if you didn't have that, would you need to raise capital?
Right. So what we've always said from the beginning was we have enough capital to get through the certification process. And we do have a big order lined up with United. So the extra capital that Stellantis is making available to Archer really just helps accelerate and de-risks the company.
So today, Archer is building off another existing partnership with the Air Force worth up to $142 million that could soon send eVTOLs to the U.S. military. Looking ahead, Archer will continue to collaborate with the DoD under Government Service Advisory Board in May, formed by the eVTOLs developer this past May, which includes several retired generals. The Air Force is planning to use Archer Midnight aircraft for personal transport, logistics, and rescue operations. So let's continue with the analysis. We'll look at the big picture. This is the monthly chart. We can see we've had an accumulation phase building since January of last year. We can see that $5 was a major resistance support band, and on the news yesterday, on high volume, price just blasted above that level. Now, initially having an 850 short-term target with a final target at $10, it would still be below the all-time high at 1870, but would get priced back to where Archer Aviation went public. You do have the formation of an inverted hammer candle currently. That's just profit taking. You do want to see a pullback before the continuation higher. Will price come all the way down to 5? It's very possible. That will be an opportunity to load up, as what was resistance should be support moving forward. So don't jump in just yet. Wait for price to cool down a little bit after surging almost 40% in the past day. But again, final target on Archer Aviation will be $10, which would be where they opened up during the IPO. Stay tuned for more news from Archer Aviation in the future. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.